Hello and welcome to this breathwork video for activating our life force energy. So our life force energy is this pocket of energy that is stored at the base of the spine. It is often called Kundalini energy. So what we're going to be doing today with this breath is we're going to be activating and sending that energy kind of like tucked underneath the tailbone. We're going to send that all the way up our chakra system to activate each individual chakra. So we're going to do some movement with this practice today as well. We're going to get nice and centered and grounded in our bodies and really start to bring through some energy. So one thing that I do want to caution with this breath is that it is highly activating. So if you're going through like a big emotional struggle or upheaval at the moment, this might not be the best breath practice for you. If you're someone who is seeking to activate and potentially work through some big emotions, this breath can do that for you. It's going to kind of wake us up. It's going to activate any stagnancies in our energy system. So I always want to caution and have people be aware of that before jumping into a highly activating breath such as this. So if we are feeling really low energy, we might be feeling like we're kind of in a brain fog. The way I describe it with clients is like our energy is kind of living up in outer space. We don't really feel like we're in our bodies. This breath can be such an amazing breath to come to, so we can ground back into our bodies again. So the way that it's going to go today is we're going to start with some movements through the hips to help activate our root chakra first. This is going to be our most grounding energy center in the body. It's going to help connect us to the planet, kind of create some safety in our body. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through our mouth while circling through the hips. So I'll cue you in on that when we're ready for that step. After that, we're going to be going into the breath of fire. So breath of fire is the highly activating breath. It's going to be exclusively in and out through the nose while we are kind of like pumping through the abdominal muscles. We're trying to draw in through our navel, and I'll demonstrate that too for you. So what we're going to do is breathe that breath of fire for 4 rounds, 1 minute rounds each. At the end of every round, I'm going to invite you into a breath hold for about 30 seconds. So when we do that breath hold, what we're going to do is take a really big breath in through the nose at the end of that breath of fire cycle. And then we are going to squeeze up and in through the pelvic floor. So what this does is it brings that trapped energy, the Kundalini energy or the life force energy, it brings it all the way up the body, all the way up the spine to the top of the head to be utilized. It's going to activate the entire energy system. It's going to be so great, you guys. So let's get settled in. Finding a nice seat. You might be propped up on some blocks or a pillow, whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's shut down the eyes. Let's start with taking some big, deep breaths. In through the nose and out the mouth. In through the nose and out the mouth. Let's go for one more like that. Big breath in through the nose and big breath out the mouth. And let's just check in and see what your body is like today. I always love this step before getting into a big breathwork practice. Really getting into the body, noticing what is present for you without any judgment. And let's just see if we can loosen a little bit more through the face muscles and through the jaw. Relax through your shoulders and your neck. Let your belly get a little bit bigger. Let it take up more space with every inhale. And send that relaxation all the way down your spine to your sit bones, allowing yourself to release through the pelvic floor. And just notice where you are holding tension. You might take a moment just to kind of stretch out your body. Notice if you're carrying tightness in the jaw, in the hips, maybe in the belly. I know a lot of us tend to kind of squeeze up and in our abdominal muscles. So just take a moment, maybe shake it out, make sound if you need to. Whatever you need to do to come into this present moment. So as you feel ready, we're gonna put our hands on our knees and we're gonna start with that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth while going in a circular motion with the hips. So going at your own pace. I like to use my knees to kind of pull myself into position. So big breath in, big breath out. Good, keep going, just listen to my voice. You're doing a great job. Still circling through the hips, maybe switching directions, noticing what your body feels like. And as you move through the hips, I invite you to imagine roots dropping down from your seat, going into the floorboards, into the soil, dropping all the way down to the center of the planet. And with every inhale, drawing up that pure positive energy, all loving energy from the planet, bringing that up into your body. And with every exhale, releasing down your roots anything that you don't need. I like to think of these roots as kind of like a two-way street. We're drawing energy up in one lane and then we're pushing energy down in the other lane. Sending gratitude to the planet, trusting that this energy will be transmuted into pure love that you will bring back up into your body. Good, just a little bit longer here, still keeping that big inhale, big exhale, movement through the hips. And now finding that stillness in the body, returning back to a normal breath. So the way that the breath of fire is going to work for this first round is we're going to be breathing in and activating through the navel. So what this is going to look like is just for the breath. And then we're going to add in movement with that. So our breath is going to stay consistent for every round, and we're going to have a different movement for every round. So for this first round, we're going to put our hands on our knees, and we're going to be doing essentially a seated cat-cow. So what this is going to look like with the movement is so notice how I'm breathing pretty rapidly. I have a very forceful exhale. And I'm really wanting to activate through the navel at the sacral chakra. This is gonna help bring up that energy through our body, that life force. We're gonna pull it up to the top of our head. So just for a reminder, we're gonna do that round for 1 minute. We're gonna take a 30-second breath hold with that pelvic floor squeeze at the end if that feels right for your body today. So let's get into it. Let's find our hands at our knees. I'm gonna time us to make sure we're at a minute. Closing down the eyes, getting centered into this energy again, and starting that first round in 3, 2, 1. Good, keep going, keep going. You're doing such a good job. Letting that belly button kind of snap in and out. Activating through the sacral chakra. Noticing your body becoming energized. It's normal to feel a little lightheaded with this. Don't worry, you're safe. Doing so good. Keep breathing. You're almost done. activating through your breath, trusting that you are activating that life force energy through your body. Releasing the breath in 3, 2, 1. Taking a big inhale through the nose and hold. Squeezing the pelvic floor, squeeze your belly button in. Squeeze, 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 really sending that life force up your spine. Envision that. Squeeze your belly button, squeeze your pelvic floor, keep going, keep going. You're almost done. Push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And big exhale. Take a moment. That was so good. Notice how your body felt. You might get different sensations with every round here. I know in the past when I've done this, I've felt a little nauseous in certain areas. I've felt expansive and euphoric in others. Trust that your body knows how to do this. Your body knows how to move energy. For our second round, we're going to be activating through our solar plexus chakra. So the way that we're going to do this one is, our hair might get kind of funky with this if you have long hair. So we're going to be hooking our thumbs behind the shoulders and our fingers in front of the shoulders. So we're going to be making a big sweeping motion with the arms. So check in with your body. If you have any issues with your spine, take this one a little bit slower. If you're really feeling it today and want to get into it, take it a little bit more rapidly. So it's going to look like this. So I'm really generating energy at the solar plexus chakra. This is our internal sunshine. We often carry a lot of protection in this energy center. So we're holding that intention to send our life force there, releasing any stories about why we're not safe, any stories of why we need to kind of keep ourselves shrunken in. We're really going to help activate our confidence here. So let's get settled in. Let's close down the eyes. We're going to take a minute. Arms come up. Starting that breath in 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep going at your pace. Activating through our solar plexus chakra, sending that life force energy there with your breath. We're really waking up the body here. You're almost done. You're doing such a good job. Stick with it. Keep breathing deep. Breathing low in the belly through the navel. Belly is still snapping in and out with your breath. Releasing the breath in 3, 2, 1. Big inhale through the nose. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Squeeze your belly button in. Holding that breath. Send that energy up your spine all the way to the top of the head. Keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. You're doing so good. Holding in through the navel. Push your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And releasing with a big sigh. Let it go. Oof. We're activating the energy, you guys. You're doing such a good job. We have 2 more rounds to go, okay? So for this next round, what we're going to be doing, similar motion to that first round. Instead, we're going to be activating through the heart space. So now we're sending the life force to the heart chakra. This is helping us open up to receiving more love, to giving more love, and to tapping into unconditional love and non-judgment. So what it's going to look like, you can either grab through your ankles, you can grab through the knees, whatever feels comfy in your body. I like to keep my hands at my knees. So we're going to be going into kind of that cat-cow motion again here. Instead, we're going to be activating more through our thoracic spine and our chest. So it's going to look like this. So I'm really feeling that movement more through my upper body compared to lower in my lumbar, like that first round that we did with that similar motion. So let's get settled in. I'm gonna get our timer. Check in again with how your body feels, setting that intention to send that life force to the heart space. Finding your hands at your knees or at the ankles. Getting ready to start this third round in 3, 2, 1. Good, keep going, keep pulling your heart open. Trust your body, trust your process. Notice that energy going up to the heart space, loosening up any stagnancies, letting that heart open, letting it receive. Your body does know how to do this. Keep going. Almost done. Releasing that breath in 3, 2, 1. Big inhale again. Hold the breath at the top. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Squeeze your belly. Send that energy all the way up your spine. Feel it merging into the top of the head, sitting up at the third eye. Keep squeezing. Keep drawing in. Push your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Good, keep going, you're almost done. Let the energy build. And release the breath. Maybe shaking it out. Check in with how your body feels. You might be feeling kind of tingly, that's normal. You're doing such a good job. We have one more set left here. One more round. For our last round, we're gonna be taking a shape with our hands. We're going to be pushing our fingers into the palm, thumbs face out, and we're going to be bringing our arms up into a Y shape. So it's going to look like this. You can't see my hands, but they're like this. So when we're breathing in this shape, I invite you to look up and in at the third eye. This is going to help activate our third eye center even deeper. We're going to be breathing in and out in that same way. Arms come up into that Y shape. It's going to look and sound like this. Eyes gaze up to the third eye. Okay. Let's settle in once more. Shutting down the eyes. Bringing your arms up into that Y shape. Getting ready to start that round in 3, 2, 1. Good, keep going. Keep breathing deep into the belly. Activating that energy up into the third eye. Focus your eyes up and in between the eyebrows. Maybe setting that intention to see your reality with clarity and to see yourself with clarity. We're working through any distortion energy, any blockages that's keeping you from seeing your world with a lot of clarity. You're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Releasing that breath. Big inhale. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your pelvic floor. Keep your eyes gazing up and in at the third eye center. Squeeze everything up. Set it all the way up to the top of the head. Push your tongue into the roof of your mouth. Keep holding, keep squeezing. It's your last one of the day here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Send that energy all the way up, holding that intention, and release with the biggest sigh. Come into stillness, keeping the eyes closed. And just notice what is present in your body. Notice the energy that you just cultivated. if it feels comfortable in your body today, bringing your hands at heart space or over the heart, whatever feels good to you. Sending yourself so much gratitude. And I encourage you to keep coming back to this practice, maybe even every day for a week, and see what changes for you. When we are in our normal routines, we often feel a lot of stagnancy in our body, and the more that we can use our breath to activate this life force, oh my gosh, like think of how different life will become when we can move through any blockages and stagnancy in our energy system. Reality is going to look different. You're going to feel differently about yourself. You're going to be able to process through any subconscious traumas or conscious traumas. It's going to look really different, you guys. So keep coming back to this. Give yourself a lot of gratitude. Thank you for showing up today, and I'll see you next time.